Hey, yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tom Crown live trading getting wrecked so you don't have to. That's right. It's good to have everybody back again. Our trade worked out a little bit yesterday, we got wrecked out of our long. I say that we got stopped out with like $1 profit or something. But, you know, we'll just say it's wrecked. That sounds more sensational. So I went live again to update you guys. And Mr. Poppy, if you're out there, looks like it's another red day. So don't forget to smash those likes and subscribe buttons if you're out there. If you haven't, let's get to 420 likes. We can do it. We do it every day. That's because awesome people like you out there feel the desire with me to get 420 likes. More importantly, the more you chat during this live stream, I'll have to put a poll up. The more you like during the live, subscribe during the live, chat, answer the polls, etc. YouTube counts that as engagement. And for every single person that does it, YouTube goes and shows this stream to some new eyes. So I appreciate you guys. It really does make a difference. It costs you nothing. So keep being awesome. Someone has to give me a good idea for the poll. I didn't come up with one. Give me a good idea for the poll. We're gonna go through the chart, maybe more briefly. First, we're gonna update you on our live trade. So we did end up yesterday getting wrecked. Bottom fell out. Let's turn on some tunes. Bottom fell out on us. We got pretty hunted actually. We moved our stop loss up during the live stream. I felt safe enough to do that. I felt like we were good. And very quickly after, we just got hunted out of that position. Price, it just fell straight down. You can see this. Pretty straight down. Phemex traded a little bit lower. So was it a good idea? I don't know. But either way, we started. I said, not financial advice. As you guys know, none of this stream is or will be financial advice. This is just me trading. You're welcome to watch. I recommend you not follow my trades blindly, as we do get wrecked a lot. So we were looking to re-enter we were looking to enter a short. We got stopped out of our long. We wanted to be short. This is logical. If you are a crypto investor, your portfolio in spot, that is perpetually long. So to be in a short leverage position that is calculated, the risks understood, can be a nice hedge against your portfolio. And so I really do prefer to be short, even though I'm a permabull, moon boy, whatever you want to call me. And I'll always be. What's up with the music? Always will be. That's not going to change. Music might change. Come on. All right, it's just going to be low for now. I do like to be short in derivatives because it hedges against the downside and volatility. My portfolio is sitting there. If price goes up, I'm winning because my portfolio goes up. If it goes down, hopefully I have a hedge open. And that's going to protect us from some of that downside. So I wanted to begin entering the short at 29.9. You can see price did trade up all the way to 30,600. Now back down, broke below our yearly open 28.99. So this is not great. We're definitely going to want to see a rebound here on the daily. This is very easy to see. This doesn't take a genius. Luckily so, because I don't have any here. Maybe you guys out there. Obviously, we want to see today get bought up. We don't want to be closing dailies below 28.99. That's last year's open. Right? Yeah, open. And that's the bearish engulfing on the yearly. We really want to get price away from 28,990. Even during our big sell-off on May 12th, the big sell-off down to 25K, that candle barely closed below 28,990 within a margin of error. Within 50 bucks. Very close. And you can see we have not closed a candle below there since. So that is not a bad sign. Certainly not a moon bull sign. But not a bad sign. I was hoping to find some support there. So you guys, if you've been following along with these live trades, we have no problem sharing our losses or our wins here. And you can see we followed through. I don't know if you really can see it. We followed through at $29,000 and randomly $99. We did close out some of our short. Well, some of my short that I opened at 29.9. So that was a solid win there. That was a solid win, but we still are net negative short, or we still are net short. It's just not a large position. So what are we going to do? I'm going to look to reopen this short at a profitable level. And I chose to do that kind of in my typical fashion, which is in pieces. In pieces. We closed 10 contracts. I'm going to look to take 2 of those contracts or go 2 more contracts short at 29.4-ish. 29.4, 29.5. Our average is still sitting up here at 29.9 because we did exactly as our plan stated. We got filled. It was nice. We didn't get any of these bigger orders up higher because we didn't get a solid bounce. So I am looking to add again. You can see we took 10 contracts and I only have 2. What's up, Mr. Vincent Almeida? Taking the stream's subscriber virginity. Thank you, my friend. It's great to have you. Don't forget to jump in the Discord. Also, real quick, shout out to our sponsors, Market Cipher and Phemex. Top tier. Phemex is doing a extra special deposit thing. I don't know. If you sign up using my link and make a deposit, you have to look at their terms. You can get up to now $4,500 in bonus trading credit. Really, just support them. They support us. They keep the lights on. If you're going to be using kind of these tools anyway, it makes sense. Back to what I was saying. We took 10 contracts off the table, and so I'm only looking to add 2 at 29.4. That is kind of a FOMO play for me. I don't recommend that. But because we took 10 off, adding 2 back at kind of a not super certain price point is still probably bad trading, but it's not the worst. We're looking to put 5 more back on the table at 29.9, and we're going to, of course, I added a little bit up here at 30,400. Basically what I did is I took those 10 contracts and I placed them up. I kind of scaled them or laddered them back up into price, and we're betting on, at this point in this short, we're betting on something like this happening. Price came up 31, and we're betting on some kind of maybe consolidation above us 28.99, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, a higher low. And then if we're very savvy, we'll look to take that profit at a higher low. And I'm looking for some kind of rebound. We have not seen a relief bounce really since November, and I'm waiting for it. This is, I almost thought this was November, right? This almost looks like November now because we've fallen for so long, but actually it's way farther back. All the way up here, we had, this will count. We did, on these live streams, we did say we're going to look to go short again, just as we did last year at 48K, but I missed it. I forgot to put my limit order. Rest in peace. So this is really the only bounce we've had of any kind. And you can see after that 48K, nothing. Just virtually straight down. These little candles, none of them set any kind of significant higher retracement. And so I am looking for a retracement. Again, I know. We're always looking for retracement. No matter what direction we're going, we're always looking for retracement. And that's because we're smart fellers and ladies, I guess. Let's see. So with this 25K wick, we get a pretty spicy level up here. This makes tons of sense. We looked at this, I don't know, probably every stream since we fell. 37.68, and you can really just see that visually here. This was kind of the support consolidation area. It was support. We lost it, and we really just struggled with it for all of 2022. So really to see that play out what we were looking for, maybe a higher low, and then a move back to 37.7 is very much on the table. And the problem is that this doesn't get us anywhere. Even at 37.8, we are not anywhere near a bullish trend. This is still dead cat bounce territory. And as we've said before, that extends back even farther. It's not even, that's not even like the finish line. We really need to come all the way back up to this 47, 48K before we're looking decent. So below, I'm going to do this, below 37.7, we're pretty bearish. Between 37 and 47, we're more neutral. Above 47, I'm going to start leaning bullish again. That's above the 618 retrace. That is the 618 retrace. That is the same math. If you were paying attention, that's the same math that gives us 37. That's the same math now that gives us 47. And so this is really where I'm hoping price goes into the end of the year, into I mean, this could happen at any moment, but this is where I'm hoping we trend towards. 37.7 though, very high probability that even if we do, wait, I got those words backwards. Very high probability of this being tested. We don't know if it will break. We don't know if it will act as resistance. If it does, things get very ugly, and that's how the bears get their joyous bear time, where they start making, I don't know, Bitcoin to zero calls, etc. It's a rejection from 37, and right now, well, we're just going to trade the chop. That's what we've been doing. I don't know how successfully, but luckily we're back. We're back short, baby. We have, on this channel, ironically, I think we've closed almost every short we've ever taken in profit on this channel, and almost all of our losses were longs. So we're short today, so hopefully today is not a wrecked stream. Let's get a little view of the day so far. Momentum on the daily. This is, dude, that's spooky. I don't like this too much. So momentum on MACD is back in the positive zone. We have rolled over, but today is a rather nasty looking red candle. And we can see back on May 4th, we had the same setup. That didn't get us anywhere. So I'm not going to get excited about this. This is not enough. Even 2-3 days of kind of very small upside momentum candles, not going to sell it for me. I think the first, most basic thing we're going to look for is, well, let's exceed May 4th's high on the daily. Then we can start thinking uptrend. RSI is floored on the daily. 32 RSI on the daily after touching all the way down to 23. That's very oversold, but oversold doesn't always mean bounce. Market Cipher, green dot. Let's see how that green dot played. Green dot, actually, maybe I need to pay more attention to these. I just paid $16 to Discord, apparently, says my phone. I might have to pay more attention to these. I, in the past, have not. I guess I don't like kind of the simplicity of it. I like my analysis to be complex. No, I'm just kidding. But that wasn't a bad spot. Even if you longed at the top of that daily candle when we got that green dot confirmed, you would have been able to actually make a play off of that. Yeah, prices returned to there, but that actually was a good signal. Shout out to Market Cipher. Here, we definitely need to do this. So we can look at indicators all day, but what's really going to be important, because today, as we do now on this channel, we're just doing some day trading. The bigger picture is always going to be important, but it's not going to be as meaningful as the local price action. It's not going to be as meaningful. So what we see is May 16th and 17th, the candle closed this bearish engulf into this kind of failed rally. That's going to create a resistance. There was some kind of support there. Today we broke through it, and that's sitting at 29.8. That might not be a bad target. To look to add to our short, and of course, no surprise, that is probably around where we're looking to add. Above that, 30,400 will be our local resistance on our daily. That will be the price we need to achieve in the next 7 hours to flip this candle green. And then our kind of above us, chilling 31.3, we'll call it, our local daily highs. We could go back here and we could say, all right, 31,000 as well, and I have no arguments with that. That's fair. I think this might look better just described as a box, right? Just as a red box. They're very close together. Let's look at the 12-hour. 12 hours equally ugly. Womp. Womp. Bearish engulf, closing the 12. We have a lower low. We have a higher low. I'm getting this vibe, like this kind of like bouncy vibe thing where we're just gonna like bounce around. I'm really hoping we get that higher low. Of course, lower low is on the table, but I think if we get a lower low, and I think the sooner it happens, so if it happens this week, if it happens, I don't know, in the next few days, I think that will be very quickly bought up. You can see the buying pressure on May 12th. You can see the buying pressure there. Price traded down to 25K intraday and moved back up into close 11%. That's pretty significant. We don't have a huge spot volume. We looked at that recently in the last stream, but derivative volume was very high, and the Luna Guard fund capitulated. They dumped their Bitcoin holdings to the tune of over $1 billion, something like that. So if I know Bitcoin, it's going to want to punish that Luna Guard capitulation. So what I'd be looking for, I guess it did trade back up to 31. Is that enough? I'm not sure. What I would assume would happen if this is just Bitcoin kind of game theory, no analysis, is we had that big dump here from the Luna Guard. It would be very Bitcoin to see it move back to 37 and then lower. That would be the kind of like, oh, you want to buy back in what you panic sold, and then you get caught on the wrong side of the trade again. That would make sense to me. That would. Let's see what our indicators say. Losing momentum on the 12, of course. 12 hours still looking to roll over, but not right now. Not really today. Not necessarily today. 6 hours looking miserable as ever. That VWAP is beasting to the downside. 4 hours. And waiting momentum on the 6. 4 hour. We see selling momentum is increasing. 1, 2, 3 kind of lower highs here on our MACD flipped us to selling momentum. And man, a lower low in VWAP after a lower high. Nothing bullish about that 4 hour. Not at the moment. The 2 hour is my biggest disappointment here. The 2 hour had a lot of potential. Had so much potential right here. So much potential. What's up, Flippo187? How you doing, brother? Thanks for subscribing. Ooh, I'm sorry, I missed this Slim Goody as well. If you're still here, I love you, Slim Goody. You the best. And Vince, oh no, I got Vincent. Adregis Grinius. I must have missed that one. The 2 hour had a lot of hope right here. We saw, as we were talking about in one of the live streams, the 2 hours looking to roll over. It finally did. I liked the way it did it. It came off of a higher low here on momentum. Money flow gave us the signal around here, really gave it to us back here. We had a lower high, but then we snuck out this higher low. So as soon as we broke to a new high here on momentum, the 2 hour was looking great. And that was right as money flow is rolling over from negative to positive. Came back down, we had another higher low. This was looking absolutely great for the 2 hour. Then it got sold off. Now we have a lower low. This is a big old fake out. They got wrecked. That was basically as our long got wrecked. It happens. It happens. Are we going to have any kind of divergence? There's likely some kind of bullish divergence on this low on the 2 hour. But look at MACD, man. MACD is saying momentum is still leaning into the sells, still favoring downside. Not a lot of goodness yet. Not a lot of goodness. Let's go to the 1 hour. See, I told you to make this quicker. I told you. Ooh, we do have a nice little green dot, so we may be seeing some kind of bottom. Not necessarily a macro bottom, but maybe a local bottom on the hourly, etc. That would make sense. We're at a pretty good price point for that to happen. As we zoom in, hopefully we'll see more evidence of that. Or hopefully not, we're short. We do have this lower low in momentum. You can see here. That came down, not great. Money flow is negative. VWAP is really struggling to make any kind of high, though it does look like in the short term on the hourly, it might be looking for some upside, even if that isn't to roll over, even if that's just something like this. We look for that often, or maybe something like this, a little uneven butt cheek pattern. Shout out Jay Casper if you're here, brother. Yeah, so down to the one. The one has a little bit of reversal potential. We are very much not into this 1 hour though. We're 12 minutes into the whole hour. That 12 minutes has been read, and this is probably where we're gonna look for it not to trade below 28,941. That's just the last hour's open. Some kind of support here at a very local time frame. If we can hold this hourly above 28,941, then we'll probably see that hourly play out. We'll probably see some kind of retracement, likely back to our short ad, at least 29.5. This is very low time frame price action. Let's add in this hourly. Let's add in this hourly resistance here, 29.2. And then let's zoom in a little more. You can see the hourly is already skunking me here. 30-minute, please have some good news. The 30-minute and the hour both having this bottom signal or local bottom signal, but they both have a lower low and they're both in negative money flow. The first positive sign we have whatsoever, the 30-minute VWAP's trending up. Money flow kind of looks like it's rolling over, but Not confident on that yet. MACD backing that up, saying you got a little waning momentum. That's cool. Not a lot of info still. Ooh, look at the 30-minute RSI. Oh, wow, it went way lower. May 5th. That's wild. May 5th on the 30-minute RSI was at 7. That does not really happen. RSI can't go to 0 or 100. And so for it to go to 7 means it's very, very, very close to as low as it can go. I think the lowest RSIs I've ever seen are like 4. I think once it gets down and closer to like 1 or 100, it becomes like an exponential thing where you just get closer and closer and closer, but you can never actually reach it. So I'm not loving this. If we look at the hourly, then the 30, then the 15, you see the exact same thing. All of this upside price action into close here, into that hourly close, was all in the last 15 minutes. And in the first 15 minutes of this hourly, we have this red candle that's almost, not quite, but almost bearish engulfing it. That's kind of interesting, though. You don't see that too often. Back to the 30. I do like this. I do like this here. This doji. You have a falling trend. Wait. You have a falling trend. You get a lower low, but it closes green. It closes as a doji. Virtually no change in that half an hour, followed by a strong-bodied green candle. Typically, say if this were stocks, you'd be looking for a reversal. Crypto, not as easy. Not quite as cut and dry, but this doji right here, that is a nice little piece of evidence that we're going to hopefully look to add back on our short. Let's go down to the 15. I do not like that. It already looks like it's getting sold off, doesn't it? It really does. 15 on the hour, on the 30, pretty much everything. We're seeing this lower low in momentum. Don't dig it. I don't dig it. It looks like crap. Let's actually, yep, 45. I knew there'd be some time frame here that would look a little better. Here we go. So we have 9 seconds for this close on the 45 minute. The previous 45 minute opened at 28.99. Watch price interact. Boom. Did you see that? We only had 9 seconds. 9 seconds. And it came back down. It was about to close bullish engulfed. And within the last 9 seconds of a 45 minute candle, we saw it live right there, just dump down underneath. Get rejected. And that's really going to line up with what we've seen on the chart here. We have not seen a lot of upside bullishness or buying potential. This 30-minute candle is pretty much it. It's pretty much what we're seeing here. If the hourly can hold local support, then we can start looking deeper into our retracement. But man, there's plenty of time left in this hourly candle, but it is not looking super likely, is it? Now we're zoomed all the way into the 5. This is very, very tight price action, very short term. And we are seeing that 5-minute momentum get rejected again. This is like every time we go live. After a beautiful showing from the bears, the bulls are looking like they're getting skunked. Though VWAP is flattening out. Money flow has made a lower low, so the 5-minute will look to roll over at some point. It does some point today. What we need to see for this hourly to be saved for the bulls is we'd need to see this momentum remain above 0. The bulls remain in control for any amount of time. As you can see, the bears have been hogging the spotlight here for at least the last 6 hours. Bulls had a little turn back here about 7 hours ago, but that's not looking awesome. This is a lower high. We did have a higher high in VWAP. This is probably the only short-term signal we have that's decent. So we're going to need to see price find support and break higher. So actually, we have that potential right here. We do. Nice. Nice. We have 1, 2 touches to our hourly local resistance. And what we have actually here is we have a little bit of support and we see our lows coming up a little bit. That's not bad. That's not bad. Nice. If this holds on here, though very easily could just dump here. We do see actually a decent pattern. This is super zoomed in. This is not going to have any impact on the macro. But actually, I'm not too... I don't hate this too much. Measured move is right around where we're looking to add. Nice. But I like this flat top. In general, I like flat tops. Giggity. Giggity. They don't tend to really... double tops are just not that powerful in crypto. I'm just going to say it. In fact, you tend to see multiple tops. Like, when you do have an upside break, you tend to see many touches and then a break to the upside. But we don't have that yet. I think the 5 minute is really going to have to hold on to 28,941. That's where the hourly is also looking. Hold this low, and then maybe we'll see some upside. But as it is, it's not looking too great, is it? Momentum. Look at all that momentum, all this buying momentum, and price didn't go anywhere. And look at how long RSI was oversold on the 5. Wow, that is spicy, actually. I can't believe we only saw this much of an upside move after that. That's pretty crap. That's pretty crap. What are you doing, bulls? Let's go to the 1. The 1 minute, so the most chaotic of the minutely time frames. Potentially a higher low, lower high. Not much hope here either. Momentum rolling, pinched. 1 minute has some kind of upside here, but this is going to be such a low time frame scalpy play. I mean, maybe we're looking to come back to our 618 retrace, like on the 1 minute super local. The 1 minute might be doing this. That would put it at 29.1. That's not that great. That's not that great. Do you have a little bullish divergence on the 1 minute on this low? Yeah. I think that is the likely move here. We're super zoomed in. 29.1. We're currently at 29.40, so that's like a 0.4% move. Woot woot. Celebrate, good times come on. All right, let's get our trades back open. Let's see what's going on the Phemexes. Trading on the Phemexes. Link in the video description below and at the top of the screen and in the chats everywhere. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a little bit more spice. So all the spice happened a little bit before we went live with that fill. We were short. You can see our average right here. It's our average of our short position, our entry. And down here on fills, if I can get this to go. And I have to get out of the way. You can't even see it. Son of a bee. Whoa, that's cool. Very compact trading. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. Actually, can I get this to be... Nope. There we go. We took some of our short off the table. Took some profit at 29. So we are still, well... Actually, we're right where we are. Doesn't that always seem to happen? You like take profit at a target, it goes a little bit past it, and it goes a little bit above it, and then just like hangs out at the target. And you're like, great, now I can make no decision. Because if I go short here, I've like accomplished nothing. So if I'm going to, if I was being, probably would look to go short just under that 5,150. I don't really feel like being super aggressive with this short. I like to let the market come to me. I don't really like to go to the market. Find it's a more successful strategy. We got hunted out. We got hunted out so bad in that long yesterday. I'm not salty, but look at how bad we got hunted. That was silly. That was silly. Whales are watching. They're watching. They want my monies. They want me wrecked. There we go. On the 1. Coming back. Exactly as predicted. Nice. 1 minute predictions. I'm going to pull up the chat. Did anybody come up with a good... Anybody come up with a good... I don't know. I'm kind of out of polls right now. What's up, Jay? Jay Duba. Don't chase the dog. Right on. Good to see you again, Jay. Oh, no. Y2K. You back to work. Later, brother. Thanks for tuning in. ABC. That's some... Dude, this is some wise words. I have said these things myself. ABC just realized Bitcoin will outlive us all. And that's why it's not rip Bitcoin, but rip yourself. That... I agree, man. Bitcoin will outlive every human on the planet right now. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's gonna outlive all of us. I hope we're not dropping streams. You shouldn't stream on Wi-Fi. Well, we haven't dropped any frames, so we're good. Our internet, our ISP actually has been crap lately, and for no reason has been dropping connections during our lives. Praying that doesn't happen today. I did a bunch of maintenance on it. I didn't call them yet. Praying that doesn't happen today. The Footballer 07. Sorry, I missed it. I missed your subscription, but shout out to you, my friend. If you haven't smashed that like and subscribe button, do it for this 1 minute call. You just saw it live. You just saw it live. Who does that? No one does that. 1 minute technical analysis. 1 minute. Let's see. Look at that. It's just fading back down. Did that make enough difference? Higher high on the 1 minute money flow. 5 minute. All right, this is what we were kind of hypothesizing is we need to see this 5 minute fake us out. We need to see it remain above zero, and it can go for a higher high, and then maybe we get some continued upside that rolls into the 15 to the 30, and then hopefully adds or moves back to our short ad. We'll see. That's getting sold off pretty hard, actually. Nice. So the 15 minute didn't close bearish engulfed. That's a start. That's a start. Does not look great, though. You can see there's a local support. Well, local resistance now acting as support potentially here. It did defend this 15 minute. It didn't totally sell off. It didn't bearish engulf. Came very close, but it did not. 30 minute found some support at 28,990. Hopefully that's moving back up. I want more short fill. I took profit. I want to add. I mean, it can go down and we'll still make money, but I want a bigger position if it's going to go down. About halfway through this hourly now. Not looking too terrible. Not looking too terrible. So I'm looking to add short onto our already short position. We did TP right here. Let's not move that over there. Boom. There we are. There we are. We got 446 watching. Yeah, kind of low numbers for us, but not that spicy of a day yet. That can still crank it up. We can get 420 likes with your help. If you guys can get us to 420 likes, we might break 1,000 viewers again today. It's on you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Go forth. Go forth. Tony T. Terra. You think Terra is RIP? Yes, Terra is very likely RIP. I don't understand why people don't. I think people don't understand the mechanics at play. They think, oh man, it's like Terra it's like 001, I don't know, whatever cents. I could buy so many of them. I'm going to be rich. It'll go back to $100. The only reason it's 1,000th of a penny is because now there's, I don't know, 1,000 times more Luna than there was a month ago. The only way to get that back to any, I don't know, even $1 is to burn so many tokens. I don't really get it. It's not going to happen. They might fork it, but if they fork it, you're not going to end up getting rewarded. If you're one of the people that bought it for fractions of cents, they're not going to do it that way. They're not going to help you out. Miss Teen Crypto. There she is. How you doing, darling? I saw your text, but I was going live, so I didn't reply. My bad. I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad friend. If you guys haven't checked out Miss Teen Crypto, she's beautiful and intelligent, and she's awesome. So go follow her on YouTube's. There's her link in chat. Go follow her. Man, that got rejected AF. It's good to see you there, darling. Well, this worked out. Let's move this over. Looking for a higher low. Did we get a higher low on the 1 minute? We don't know yet. The only thing up today is BTC and Dixie. You know what? Good reminder. Good reminder, bullish crypto. Let's take a look at Dixie. We could probably take a look at BTCD as well. While Bitcoin's chilling in this range, let's add alerts at our high, and we'll add alert under our local support. Now we'll know if Bitcoin actually goes anywhere while we're doing other stuff. Well, we're not going to look at the dollar on the 1 minute, that's for sure. Ooh. You are correct. The dollar is up, but the dollar actually is in a very vulnerable position right here. Very vulnerable position. Distance, and then a break of our low down here. If that happens, the dollar is in trouble. The dollar is in trouble. If we see something like this, like comes down, maybe it like tests it but doesn't break it, comes back up, you can see a little consolidation, boom. And we can see the dollar return back down to 100. That's very, very possible. Very possible. As soon as it really closed outside of its range, this 5-year high. Oh, the wind just slammed this. Whew. I have the window open in here, and the wind just slammed the door. That scared the crap out of me. Ooh, buddy. This 103.82. This is like a 5-year high that we broke in recently, and I'm kind of digging this. I would like to see the monthly come back down, close below it. I want to see weakness in the dollar. We are unlikely to see strength in equities and especially risk-on assets while the dollar is still rallying. I think this weekly close is going to be huge for the dollar. 2 days and 6 hours to go. We can see it's really flirting with that 103. If it closes this weekly above, I think it's heading to 108. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. If it closes above, it's likely just to resume this parabolic rally, and it can make it to 108 very fast. And what happens if it gets up here? Well, everything else is going to take a crap again. Did we just disconnect for some reason? It said rip stream. Yeah, we dropped some frames, like right as the door slammed. That's spooky. Ah, we lost a bunch of viewers. That happens every time. That sucks. They'll come back. Especially if you guys smash the likes and subscribes, they'll come back. Hopefully the stream's chilling. I'm gonna take my phone off of Wi-Fi. Sometimes that helps. Or at least I tell myself that. I guess even so, the weekly closing below would be great. That would definitely suggest a back test of 100. Seeing the monthly close, same deal. But if you see any significant time frame close, we're looking for 108. If you break 108, you got 121. Then the dragon pattern on the macro plays out. I think that's a very low probability. If the dollar made it all the way back up here, stocks would be so smashed and commodities would be just so ridiculously pumped. The Fed would have to do something. They would have to do something. It would be like full blown Armageddon mode for markets. So I think that's highly improbable. Definitely possible though. Bitcoin's still chilling, kind of just ranging inside of our identified price points. Let's see, BTCD. Dominance made a move up and held it. That's weird. If we look at the previous BTCD, so this is Bitcoin dominance, meaning what percent of the total crypto market cap Bitcoin represents. We had a rather nice pump here. As Bitcoin fell and alts got decimated, we saw really the first strength I think we've seen in a while. But if you take a look at these highs, these swing highs, and there's many of them, we can even point to this one. They look a little different than this. These were very, very much sold off. They were very V-shaped tops. They are wickish. They did not last. This is interesting because this is the first swing high, so we have a higher high. And we haven't seen it immediately sell off. I got bad news though. If Bitcoin moves up like this, Bitcoin dominance, that's likely the bear market. Bear. If Bitcoin falls down, the market is likely bull. So, take it as you will. If BTCD climbs, alts will have a slaughter fest again, and this market is very likely in a bear market. But if it can fall back down, and I'm still betting on this. I'm still betting on dominance making a lower low. It did not this cycle. So this was the cycle high in 2017-18. It did not, or cycle low. It didn't make a lower low. There's every reason for it to make a lower low in this cycle. Stable coins, there's stablecoins virtually didn't exist back here. And stablecoins represent a large part of the market. DeFi, and NFTs, everything. So many changes from the last cycle to this cycle. I would say 10 times more coins, more investable assets. It makes logical sense that BTCD will make a lower low. It hasn't yet. That could suggest that the run isn't over. But right now, as it moves up, it is leaning towards that bearish side for sure. Still chilling. Lame. Well, that gives us time to... Oh gosh, we're still dropping frames. Lasai. Dude, I'm so trolled by my ISP. I'm so trolled. Let me close all these tabs, man. This is happening like every day now. All right. 1 minute might be breaking high. Might be going back to 29,183. That would be our short ad if we were being a little more aggressive. You know what? We can be a little more aggressive. We closed it at, or we added 29,099. 29.2. That's $100. That's really, really not worth it. Just for the sake of entertainment. This is a terrible idea. What's our high of this candle? 29204. 292. All right, let's add one. Just so like we fill something today live. I like to fill orders live. Let's go. And I closed the chat because I also have a feeling that the chat, like if it gets too, because the chat doesn't clear when you have it tabbed. If like there's too much history, all the chatting going on, that like bogs down the computer. I don't know. So I had to close it. I'll reopen it here. See what you guys are doing. I never came up with a poll. Did anybody come up with a poll? Please tell me your sunglasses. Please. Well, I don't like to give them free exposure because they won't give me free sunglasses, which is crazy. Just crazy. This channel has like 100 million impressions. They could have had 100 million impressions, and I could have been shouting out these sunglasses for 3 years. But I don't know. They won't answer my calls. Sucks. All you have to do, honestly, just go on Google and type in polarized mirror box frame sunglasses, and you'll find similar. You'll find ones like this. So there you go. Revisit current low poll. What do you mean by that? The chat isn't hurting your frames. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. It looks stable now. 3 minutes ago was the last time it dropped frames. So I need like a 9,000 bit rate to stay stable in 1080. And it's stable now. But the last few days, for no reason, nothing in the house is turning on. Nothing is connecting to the internet in the house randomly. Like, it will just drop to 0. Luckily, it hasn't disconnected us, but YouTube will disconnect you at some point. 25K revisit? Okay. That's a decent poll. Will Bitcoin revisit 25K? Here we go. I got to put interesting responses. There we go. Ask your community. There you go. Vote in the poll. Counts as engagement. Ooh, sounds like you may have FEC errors or upstream SNR. You could have made all this up, and I'd be like, yes, I agree. Dropping your node due to unwanted noise. Would that be a QoS thing? Would QoS fix that? Because my router is on smart QoS or whatever it is. Here's our orders. There you go. Those are active orders. 100% we retest the low, says Ryan Black. Man, I wish I had your confidence, bro. 100%? I mean, if you're 100% sure of something, then you should go all in, which I think is a terrible idea. Don't do that. No matter what it is, going all in, terrible idea. Everyone is bearish. 75% are saying bulls are suckers. Oh, there's only 91 votes. Get out of here. We'll come back when we have like 1,000, 2,000 votes. Not QoS. Could be your whole node. What's my node? So I do have, this computer is hardwired. It's Cat 6 Ethernet cable right down, right to the direct. So there's nothing in the way. It's not on Wi-Fi. You'd have to be, sorry if this is you out there, but you have to be an idiot to try to stream on Wi-Fi. You'd have to be an idiot. But there's a lot of idiots out there, so that's fine. Change your router password. Someone made, I'm going to show that. So I will say that's unlikely. I'll say that's unlikely, guys. Here's our orders. Here's our previous fills. This is goofing up. Screw it. We'll put the chart back up. I'll say it's unlikely someone's stealing my internet because I live near no one. So to steal my Wi-Fi, I'd be able to see outside my house. There's no cover. We're in a very fortified position here. We're on the top of the hill. So I doubt it. I don't know what it is though, because I've lived in this house now, oh man, 7 months. I moved 7 months ago and had no issues. Like, internet was perfect for streaming for months. And then randomly this month, it's done this weird crap. I don't know what it is. I welcome help. If you are someone who's like network pro out there, let me get that link in the Discord, or link in the chat. Links in the chat to the Discord. If you're a networking pro and you want to give me some tips on what the hell might be going on with this shit, jump in the Discord, send me a message. I'm at the top, Tom Crown. Name's in red. I appreciate you. Talk to Elon. I actually ordered Starlink, and I got my Starlink. They like emailed me about it, I think a month ago. And I was like, I don't want this crap anymore. Like, I mean, I want it because it's cool, but the up and down speeds aren't just not worth it. Replace cable modem. Yeah, this one isn't old though. This modem is the modem I got specifically when we moved in, so it's not even a year old. It's for 1 to 2 gig hardwire coaxial cable internet. I doubt that's it. I don't know. Defrag and optimize hard drives. That's not a bad idea. Did you download a lot on the computer? No. I mean, I've been doing video editing on it, but I deleted a bunch. I don't know. Tell us more about yourself. Example, who you are, and what are you proud of? I'm proud of all these people that are right here in our community hanging out, my friend. Reset. I did that literally right before. Speed test gives me no answers. I do a speed test. It always says it's fine. I don't know. It's not the speed. It's like, it's just like, cause it's fine. And then it just drops out and then it picks back up. So it's not like it's I don't know. If it was speed, it would be like consistently slow. Update the firmware. Already did that. I did that right before the live. You guys are giving me great stuff though. I'm glad that I had some of these ideas already. Replace modem. It's not even a year old though. Your Windows needs regular cleans. Yeah, I should defrag. I'll do that. That's a good idea for after the show. No matter what, I have never defragged this computer, so. The provider is the problem. I agree. Liquidated again. No, we got stopped out yesterday. Today, well, actually, so let's go back. We got wrecked yesterday on this hunt. And then we said, all right, we'll look to enter short, not financial advice. I will. Right here, 29.9. And we did. And so we're actually up for some reason. And we TP'd a little bit. TP'd a little bit, about half the position at 28,990. For some reason, the most bullish guy in the room, that'd be me. Always bullish. For some reason, I seem to profit every time I short. And I seem to get stopped out every time I long. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's karma. Computer needs a 420 injection. That's right, buddy. I need a 420 injection. Smash that like button. Let's get the 420. We can do it. We're close. You should not defrag solid state drives. All right, then I won't defrag because this is an SSD. Porn running in the background. It's not running in the background. Don't worry. That was a nasty hunt, though. If you guys were here, dude, that was a nasty hunt. In your network settings, make sure it's LTD 4G. Isn't that for my phone, Black Supreme? because this I don't think that my ISP is LTE or 4G. I don't know. See you at 3K in 2023. Bro, 3K, I would be a buyer. I would be a buyer at 3K. That'd be a miracle. I don't think I'm that lucky though. New neighbor taking up network share? We don't have any neighbors, man. We don't have any neighbors. I live in the middle of nowhere. Optimize an SSD, got it. I'll optimize. Okay, looks like on the 1, we came back down. Back to the, of course, mega important. Ooh, we just lost it on the 1 minute. Although our hourly support, our local hourly support at 28,941 still holding, or at least hasn't been tested, so looking okay. Look at that rejection. Look at that. Boom on the 5. That's pretty savage. Has that changed things up? Kinda, not really. Everything looked pretty crappy to start, so to still look crappy is not really a surprise. Ooh, 10 minutes says if you don't get your butt up there though, you're gonna see actual downside. Likely back down here. That's pretty ugly. It's like small green, stairs up, elevator down, stairs up, elevator down. I guess it means we're in an uptrend though. No one wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Let's see. Well, our ad at 29.2 still hasn't hit. I guess we had to go lower, and we do seem to have broken. So we were looking at potentially on a very small time frame an ascending low flat top pattern. Looks like that broke here, at least on the Phemex chart. But on the Coinbase chart, Phemex has a little more volatility. On the Coinbase chart, it's technically still in play. Technically, not very confident. Not very confident on that. Little support ski there. What are we gonna do? Go for another lower high here? Like 29.81. I refuse. I refuse to add at 29.81. We already have some contracts open. That's it. It's either gonna come up and fill us, or we're just gonna keep those on the table. That's it. We're not gonna chase. Start run CMD, go to the command screen. Okay, IP. I did release my IP, but I didn't do it through through the command prompt. I did it through the router. But I'll give that a shot then. We gonna squeeze my bare ass. Drone guy, that was very sexual of you to say that you're gonna squeeze my bare ass, but I just wanted to point that out. I don't really have a follow-up. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here, brother. Just so you know, man, I'm the biggest permabull moon boy on the planet. Maybe. Arguably, that should be the poll. Ooh, by the way, we just broke 59,000 subscribers. Like, literally, we just broke it. So quick, everybody unsub. Just kidding. What, 59,000 right now, in this moment. Who did it? We can see who is the 59,000th. I'm going to replay it. This person. Ingo Sholomer. You are the 59,000th subscriber, and for that, you win a big thumbs up from me. Thank you, brother. Let's see. Bitcoin Bullion Bullets also subscribed. Kim Hong Sing. Chuck Finger. I missed some. Sorry, bros. Sorry, fam. Who else did I miss? Brother Rasta. I like that name. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed, you're out there watching, please subscribe and hit the like button. Every time, here we go, baby. Shorts profiting. Every time someone hits like, subscribe, when you chat in the live stream, when you vote in the polls while we're live, YouTube counts that as engagement and then pushes this stream out into discovery, puts it in front of new eyes because it thinks it's a good stream. So let's trick YouTube, because it's clearly not a good stream, but let's trick them by liking and subscribing. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. Did we get 420 yet? We got like 500 viewing. We can get 420. We're not even at 400. What in the heck? We're at 342. Those are rookie numbers. We can do 341 in our sleep. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Mosen, what's up, man? Milk it. We'll milk it. 59K subs. We actually, what's interesting is at one point Bitcoin was beating us in growth. We were down in the 40s, it was up in the 60s, and that is reversed. Now we are beating Bitcoin. So let's keep that gap. Let's keep that gap, and not even worth blazing it. Exactly, 340 is not even worth blazing it. Jennifer Crypto, all caps love, I love you. I love you, Jennifer. Thank you for subscribing, it's good to have you. Am I from the South? You hear a hint of an accent. I've lived in the South. I have my own accent. I've made it up. I made it up. You know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to put this on the old performance mode. Maybe that'll help. It won't, but I can have hope. And I'll close every other tab I have. We don't need dominance open anymore. We don't need the dollar open anymore. I was going to look at CoinGecko and kind of read some news and see what's Gucci while price was chilling. I don't know how you guys would feel about that. You tuned in for trading. I don't know if you want news. Spam for views. Actually, that's true. I sound Canadian. Probably because I watch a lot of Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys. And I like Canadian shows. Spam. We should do a nice little spam off. Spamming does help the stream. It seems weird. His actual voices of 11-year-old girl. All right, Kevin. Kevin, that just seems really off base, my friend. It seems off base. Doesn't seem accurate. But yeah, if you think so, you think so, and that's your right to believe it. Just do a little spamming. Let's just do like 1 minute of spamming. Spamming really actually does help. Spam, spam, spam. Just type in anything. If you're here, it's a bot check. Did we hit 420? Did we hit 420? If we hit 420, it's time for a bot check. If you're not a bot and you're watching, just type anything in. Just anything in the chat. Just anything. Doesn't matter. No matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're getting that good spamming vibe. Watch. Watch. The viewers will go up. They will. Spamming works. Sex. Ha. Ha ha ha. You guys make it so I can't open this. I can't have this open. I need to open it in a private tab so that they can't see the held for review comments so that YouTube doesn't get mad. 361 likes. Man. What's going on with the likes today, man? It's all good. I'm going to shut up about the likes. Nobody really cares. I care, but nobody really cares. I do want to open the chat, however, in a private window. Share. Copy. Open a private window. Boom. Ta-da. There it is. I did it. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about news? You want to read some news or not? I don't really care. We don't have to. Pop out chat. Close this. Boom. There it is. Now I don't have to worry about YouTube being mad because you guys say stuff. Banana bread at work? Question mark. Asking the real questions. Asking the real questions. Breaking news. How you doing, Scott Lux? Spammerino. All right. That was a good amount of spam, and I think we've spammed appropriately. What's up, Jose Ariza? Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you. Algo pump. Is anything pumping is the real question. I'll take the bait. I'll take the bait on that one. Is it? Is anything pumping? XCN. It looks like it pumped and then put in a lower low, and now it's like kind of rebounding over the last 24 hours. The most pumpage going on at all is whatever the hell this is, Mex. 1% in the last hour. I don't know if that counts as pumping. If we want to look at what's not pumping, Terra down still 100% the last 7 days. That's actually wild to me. Look at that. Terra actually still has $1 billion market cap. What? UST, that makes more sense, but still UST has $1 billion market cap. And Luna has it. That seems way too high. That seems way, way, way too high. That's weird. Damn, yo, Waves is down at $6. Holy hell, Waves was crushing it. Waves was crushing it. But Bitcoin's moving, so maybe we should actually look at it for a second. All right, we've lost that hourly. We've lost the local hourly support here. Could be retaken. We have 6 minutes left. We did see a lot of spice into kind of the closes, the last few seconds or minutes of each candle today. It looks like that's possible. Let's put this. Let's put like hour. Bottom, top. Green. Let's put this at like 20. Hourly. This is going to be a year. It's going to be yearly. Put that there. It's going to be even bigger. There we go. Even bigger. Wait, waves. Waves, man. What happened to waves? What waves? What happened to you, man? Bro, are you feeling all right, waves? Wow, it's like Luna. Nah, it's not. But it's still pretty savage. Waves traded up to $62. It was actually really wild. Nothing else was really moving, and Waves has just kept trucking. And since it traded to 62, it has fallen 90.4% down to $6. This is the problem. This is the problem with altcoins. I own probably more different altcoins than almost anyone else in here. They're not big positions, most of them. Some of them are like $10, but I own so many. But they only represent, what, 40? No, not even. Less than 40% of my portfolio, because this is what altcoins do, man. They can get some sick upside gains, but if your portfolio is 100% altcoins, and you don't take profit into Bitcoin, at some point you're going to end up seeing your portfolio go minus 99.9%. It's like, not financial advice, just real life facts. Waves could find some bullish divergence on RSI. If it ever has a green candle again, just kidding, it will eventually. It will eventually. But it does look like it rejected from that previous support, 888. So $5 very much in the future for Waves, in my opinion. Very much in the future. If the market's looking to grab liquidity, though, probably do something like this. And you might see a sell-off again. That'd be savage. Let's not go through nightmare scenarios, though. That little sell-off gave us like $2 more of profit. Woot woot. Since this didn't fill, since 292 didn't fill and we were playing kind of that pattern, I'm going to cancel it. I don't really want to add there. That's going to bring my entry down. I don't want it brought down. This is looking a little liquidity grabbish as well. Here we go. We got 500 viewing. See, your spamming made a difference. You matter. You make a difference. I appreciate you. That ascending low pattern with the flat top just got crushed there into this hourly close. And that is not ideal. Not ideal. But it is ideal for our short. Looking to close a bearish engulfing hourly candle. Right as momentum is kind of flirting with moving the other way. That bearish engulf on the hourly. We have 3 minutes to go, so we'll see. We'll see if it does. But that's going to very much, it's going to be a pretty savage fake out. And you can see that here in momentum. On our MACD, our histogram, earlier this was a waning momentum candle. And we were starting to have kind of a little rollover into the close, into the last probably 15 minutes of this hourly candle. More sellers came in and pushed that back to increasing selling momentum. We do have 2 minutes. We do have 2 minutes left in this hourly. That still could move back up, and that could change again, and that would actually be a pretty interesting fake out. Let's see. We're just gonna have to watch. It's not really relevant to our trade right now, anyway. Double tops don't play out in crypto. I don't know if I said that word for word, but I do believe that. Statistically, they're just not great bets. They're just not great bets. They don't tend to be double tops, but it's not just double tops, it's also double bottoms. They don't tend to be the macro tops or bottoms. They very commonly are local reversals, but then you see them overpowered by some kind of divergence. That's my opinion. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. These 525 people that are here who haven't gotten 420 likes yet, they're just here because they want to watch me lose money. And I'm okay with that. That's what we do. What's your trade? It just joined. We got wrecked yesterday on our long. And then we went short. Was it just under 30? So we're up a little bit. We're up a little bit. We closed some. We're looking to re-add. Waiting for some kind of bounce. Closed 10 contracts here. Actually, let's just look at this. Our average, our entry on the short was 20. No, that's not right. Why don't you have my average now? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Where's like the average line? I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't have it right now. Anyway, entry price 29,900. 29,900. So just under 30K. So we're pretty comfortable here. We did take some profit as we planned. This wasn't a surprise. But now we're looking to re-add or take those contracts back short on some kind of bounce. Doesn't have to play out like these arrows. Can just do whatever. But looking at 29.5, this one really is just because I'm being greedy and I just want to fill something during the live streams. But that 29.90, again, even though that is our entry, we've taken profit. I'm going to look to add those contracts back short there, as that is a pretty significant price point. We've seen 30K, 31K. Those are the big players right now. Hmm. 4 seconds left in this hourly, and it's looking like it. Boom. It did it again. It did this on the 45-minute earlier, right here. Right here. On the 45-minute, we watched this. It was 9 seconds left. It was trading up here. In the last 9 seconds, fell back, refused, or sold off that bullish engulf on the 45. Same thing just happened here on the hourly. The hour was trading down, or it was trading above. Until the last 15 minutes, it fell down. And then in the last, I want to say 5 seconds of this hourly candle, boop, pulled up, rejected the bearish engulf. Huh. So technically this support held. We're trading below it again, but technically it held. You can see that right here. Booped up. Booped up. Look, there's double bottom. Double bottom. On the 5-minute. On the 5. 418 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't get 2 more likes, I will freak out. Or if we do, I'll freak out. Whatever makes you like it more. There we go, 420. I need a button. Can someone make me a 420 animation so I can key it to my button? So like when we hit it, it's like 420 and like maybe confetti comes down. That'd be rad. Like a confetti button. Am I on the minute chart? This is on the 5-minute chart. Why did I long in a downtrend? Because I didn't find any good short opportunities. I didn't get a good bounce. I don't like to short while it's going down. I don't like to long while it's going up. I like to be a market maker. I make the market. It's probably good it is good we got stopped out, because then we were able to go short higher, and then we were able to take profit lower than we got stopped. And we got stopped, we didn't actually lose money. I like to say we got wrecked because we got forced out of our position. But we didn't actually lose money on that one. We just didn't really make any. It was like net nothing. Net like $5 maybe. Now we're on the 1-minute chart, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. Some potential here. Let's see, did that hourly close? It did close. It did close with momentum rolling over slightly. Now, I'm going to close all these tabs. F in chat. F in chat. I'm so trolled. I guess we're back. So, if you're a network expert, I need your help because we need to figure this shit out. I'm so annoyed. I don't care. Like, I'm all about losing money trading in front of you guys, getting wrecked, being wrong. I'm all about that. That life's fine. I'm not about the getting disconnected while I'm streaming on YouTube and losing, boom, like 200 viewers because of it in a snap. That's bullshit. So if you are a network engineer, please help me. Or you just know what you're doing. I don't know why it's doing this. It did not used to do this. This is new. As of the last, I want to say the last 2 weeks. And I don't think we've added any devices to the network. I don't think we've added anything. But please help me. I need help. I guess we're back. I guess. I don't know. We lost 100 viewers easy. We did have Mr. Porphyrogenitus subscribe. It's good to have you. Thank you for subscribing in these trying times of network connectivity. Show us your task manager. No. I will discuss it in private. Ooh. We'll do it. Like it's either going to do it or it won't. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to solve it while I'm live, but we can solve it after the live, hopefully. I pray. I'll turn the damn pretzel player off. Now there's like nothing running. Hopefully that does it. I doubt it. You try to clear the cache mem. Could be the errors on the upstream. It probably is errors on the upstream. Though the internet has been going out for like the whole house, like all the devices will go out at the same time. It's not just this. This one's hardwired. I'm gonna order a new Ethernet. I should order new Ethernet cables, even though these ones aren't that old. I should, just because they're cheap and like, what do I have to lose? And we disconnected again. Maybe. God, this is so triggering. This is so triggering. It's triggering because every time it happens, we lose a bunch of viewers. That's what's annoying. It's because they get disconnected. Ayon John, what's up, man? Making my day a little bit better by subscribing. Welcome. We're looking at this breakdown, maybe. Looking probable. If we can stay connected, we might see this breakdown. And I see the bitrate falling again. Oh man, I'm gonna have a conniption. Get pure gold connections. Okay, sure. I don't care. I like whatever it costs to fix this. I don't care. As long as we stop disconnecting while I'm at work. Jeebus. Jeebus Heebus. The cord is like $40. Sure, I don't care. Outside the house got damaged. So that's, Mark, it might be onto something. I will say this, the last month or two, we have had insane weather. Like 30 plus mile an hour winds, like really violent storms. So that's possible. I wonder if I should call my ISP and pay them to have someone coming out here and like put in like a business line or something. I know that they do that. I know that they will do that. Like, this is a separate line they can put in. It's called a business line. Just see what happens. Problem with Starlink, it doesn't have the upload speed. Starlink can't support 1080 high def streaming. That's why I didn't get it. I signed up for it like when it first started, and I got accepted or whatever, and like, it's ready, and I was like, no, I can't do. What am I supposed to do with like 3 up? 3 up ain't gonna help. We don't have direct fiber either. That's a problem. There's no fiber here. It's 2022 and there's no fiber here. I live in the United States. Shielded cables. Got it, John Crane. Honestly, like, I'm not joking. If you know what you're talking about, just join the Discord, message me. Like, I absolutely will listen to you. And there's like a 99% chance I will order whatever it is that you say I should order. Like, because I don't know this stuff. I'm not a network expert. I know my talents and I know my weaknesses, and internet connections, not my talents. Networking, networking on computers, not my talents. All right, well, the hourly did hold, but now we're seeing a little droopy sell-off again. Looks like if we break 28.7, we setting our sights on 28.3, 28.2. Being our measured moves to the downside. Not super exciting, though. Usually when we go live, price gets very boring. Usually. Never gets boring when we're losing connection all the time, though. What's up, Q Airdrops? Welcome. I hope you're not a bot. That sounds like a bot. Atul Varma also subscribing. Thank you, guys. We're having some connection issues here today, but all of you guys, we got 420 likes. What more can a man ask for? Satoshi Morpheus. That's an interesting combo. Also subscribing. You guys are making my day a little better, so I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Where's the chat? I guess it isn't the chat. We have 600 votes, 66% saying, yes, we will revisit 25K and bulls are suckers. Thanks for being honest. Thanks for sharing your opinions. Can I show your positions? Oh, I actually closed yeah, let me pull Phemex back up. I know it isn't. I'm so paranoid. Like, I think it's like, maybe it's the exchange. Maybe it's the... This is our position right now. It is tiny. We closed a bunch of it earlier at 29,000. Though now we are trading at 28,900 and having a little regret about it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't regret it. We had a plan. We stuck to it. But we still have some of it open. So we're still benefiting from a break of 28.7. So we're all right. Hopefully now the internet is a little more stable. This is what I see. So you don't see it now because YouTube will like correct it. But every time this dips off, this is like when we've disconnected. Like here's where we disconnected recently. And then when we did again for like 2 seconds. And what you'll see is this will go up and then it'll just go down to 0. And then it will say, I don't know if you can say no data. That's what I see. This is not moving fast. I'm not so convinced of this downside move. Look at the CME gap. I don't believe there should be a CME gap. I'll look at it. I don't believe there should be one because it closed at 30K. Yeah, there isn't one for this weekend. We have a gap up here. There's a gap there. This gap got filled. Let's actually update our gaps. We did have a gap all the way back here. That was from December 2020. I should do a video on CME gaps. We have a gap down here as well. December 2020 again. This one caught everyone. This one wrecked everybody. This was actually not the most wrecked though. The most wrecked was all the way down here. This was the ultimate reckoning. This CME gap wrecked so many people. July 2020, 9.6 to 9.8K. This gap, people, oh my God. We were calling them the gap boys at one point because people were just, that's all they would talk about was gaps. And it's going back to 9, it's going back to 9.6, going back 9.6, and then never did. And they got wrecked. They got riggedy wrecked. Hey, this one filled. I guess I never updated it. Get rid of that. That one filled, or at least close enough. That was like a $5 gap. But there is a gap down here, 18.4, 19.1. And we have this gap here, which we've actually backfilled here a little bit. A little bit. So let's actually update this. Let's get rid of our price label. And we'll add a new one. Because now we've filled some of that. Wait. There we go. So we still do have some of this gap. That's pretty spicy. That's a good... I don't know if this is even what you were looking at, but this is what I am looking at now. We filled a little bit of this gap. We still do on CME have down to 23.8. 23.8. You can see we have that gap from right here. And if we wanted to be less generous, we could say 23.7. So let's just do 23.7. Let's be less generous. You can see that gapped all the way up. Weekend opened, boop, jumped up. And we've back tested it. So where do we have gaps still? Everything is going to be filled. All these are going to be filled. Let's see. This gap was certainly filled. To get rid of that. We don't need this. No, we also don't really need right now. I feel like indicators right now on CME. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need this. That was filled. That was filled. Okay. On the way down, did we catch any gaps? I mean, there's going to be like kind of like little micro gaps on these reds, but I'm not going to count them. I'm really only going to count like when you see separation. Like technically there is a gap right here. Technically. I'll count this one. I'll count this one just because I'm having fun. You have a little gap up there at 52. All right, came down. Did you gap? There's a little one. 40 to 41. Tiny little gap. I'm not going to count that one either. It's too small. But I will count right here. Right here is certainly a gap. And it's close to price, and it was recent. So there we go. I don't know. Maybe that's a good poll. Actually, yeah, let's do that poll. Because we're remaining, as we get more votes, we're remaining at 66% bulls are suckers. So can't argue that. But here's a good poll. Do Bitcoin CME. Let's say are they? Are really, I don't know if I spelled relevant right. Relevant. Relevant? Relevant? What's that? That's a good poll. So we do have a gap at 34.4 to 36, let's call it, right here. I don't see any real one, like anything that stands out. There might be a tiny, tiny one right here, kind of like 40 to 41. I'm not even going to fill that in. It's so small. But we do have a real gap up here at 52K. And that gap extends up to 53. And that looks like about it. That looks like about it. Because everything here locally is filled in. We had this. That's where we got 31. Green candle all the way up. Yeah. There you go. Actually, that's pretty spicy, man. That's pretty spicy. Look at that. So we have very, let's call it cornered. Price is like very cornered here. It has gaps to the upside. One is close, one is farther. And then we have gaps to the downside, which we actually just started filling this one from December. We haven't totally filled it. That's all the way down at 23. But then we have a farther gap. That's pretty cool. I like the way this is set up. I don't know what's happening with my shit. And we have one all the way down here at 19,001 and 18.5. That's pretty cool. It's like pretty equidistant to like fill this or this or this or this. It's very symmetrical. I like it. I like it. I don't know how valuable that is, but I like it. There you go. There's your CME gap update. And the 5 minute is keeping it boring, keeping it lame with this green candle here. Low, higher low on momentum for the 5 minute. 15 minute just opened. Could see a potential for like a little butt cheek pattern, as Casper would call it. 30 minute slowly rolling over. Slowly, painfully, gruelingly rolling over. Ha, there you go. I'll show you. You can see it now. There you go. I don't know why it's not saying that, but there it is. This is what I see when we disconnect. Boop. Goes 500, 100. 500, 100. It's triggering. It is lit triggering. Get back down there. Boo. Boo, green candle. If you're going to be a green candle, you have to go much higher. And you need to fill more of our shorts. You can't just be a little green candle. Those are the rules. I don't make them. I don't make the rules, even though I make the rules. Huh. What an uneventful candle. Right up to 28,990. If I was a gambling man, I would add to the short here, but that would be dumb because I would be adding to my short lower than I took profit on it. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not even if there's a fire. There we go. If you're going to give us upside, give us more upside. Don't be a bitch. 1 minute, actually. Very strong here. Now the connection's excellent after it was disconnected. I'm so trolled. 1 minute looking actually pretty strong. We have a higher high in the making. VWAP is trending off, but this kind of persistence of VWAP pulling money flow up, I like this setup. Now this is on the 1 minute, so even in the best scenario, it's like that's not going to bring you anywhere really significant. It might not even make it through 28.99, but actually it looks good. It looks good. And hit the 618, that could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Hit the 618 at pretty much exactly 29,000. Womp. Not very exciting. Can you just go in a direction? It did break. So this is not really a level anymore. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because it held. It's still support. If anything, it's becoming a higher time frame support. Yep. We see that here on the 4 hours. So that 28,941 as price rallied into that last like second on the hourly also happened to be the 4 hour. Or no, it wasn't the 4 hour. But it doesn't matter. That's also the pivot point for the 4-hour. If the 4-hour moves below 28,941, then it is red. If it closes above, it is green. And basically, we see it just kind of stuck at the moment after some decent volatility. Saw it trade up, saw it trade down. Now kind of just stuck in between. It seems resistance as from this yearly that broke and support from this hourly and 4-hour close. So that is going to make for some not so spicy trading probably. Because if we zoom in, you see that this is that whole area we were talking about. That's it. Just this. Not very spicy. Not very spicy. Oh, nice. Our connection has not dropped in the last few minutes. It's a miracle. Thank you for sending your good vibes, everybody. It's probably from my good vibes. It's also an important level on the daily. I would not doubt it. Oh, look at that. Look at you, man. Nice, nice. I didn't even catch that. Well done. Let's drag that over. Well done, well done. Let's drag that over to the daily because we always want to reference a larger time frame. We always want to look at the larger time frame. We don't ever want to be like focused on the lower time frames, which we see right here. Beautifully done. Who said that? Who said that? You deserve a +1. No, I lost it, but you deserve a +1. That was a good catch. That was actually a daily. So let's do this. Text H and D. And we're going to make this a little bit thicker. Giggity. There we go. Good catch. Ugh. Ugh. Yo, Cars and Crypto Mang. Saw you over on BitBoy's channel the other day. How you doing? You want to look at the weekly? There's the weekly. Ta-da. The weekly is super not exciting. But the weekly does give us 31.3. With 4 days to go. 31.3. Price to break. So far, no lower low. Just not a lot of spice going on there. The price we're at now was, as that white line suggested, that yearly low? Wait, what? Oh, these are weeks. I was so confused. I was like, wait. Never mind. I'm not even going to explain. I'm just going to move on. I just had a little brain fart. Lambos are made by shorting. Well, let's get a Lambo, baby. We're up 14.6%. Woo. Woo. Too bad we closed most of the position. And price is moving up, so we're losing those percents slowly. Chirpow. Dude, Chirpow needs to be on South Park. Absolutely does, dude. You live in a Lambo, they're probably very cramped, Jesse. I wouldn't recommend that. I imagine they're not very comfortable. If you haven't ordered a Lambo yet, you likely never will. That's probably accurate. I think, honestly, you don't even need to put if you haven't ordered it yet. It's just like, even if you haven't ever ordered a Lambo, you likely never will. I wonder what percent of people order Lambos. Like, rounded up, 0. BitBoy's gonna live in his Lambo. I don't know how. I don't know. I've never seen him in it. I wonder. I'm just gonna stop talking about that. B. Baker says we're in a bear market. Who here doesn't think we're in a bear market? If you don't like money, buy a Lambo. Actually, that's facts, man. I don't care how rich I am. I'm never gonna buy a Lambo. I don't want a Lambo. That would stress me the hell out to drive around a $500,000 car. No, thank you. Sounds like a panic attack. No way. What's up, Jake Fair? Tell him, do I watch F1? Not really. Be honest with you. I'm always honest with you, fam. I'm not always correct, but I'm always honest. Andres Pages said it. YouTube went to hide it. I unhid it. You said it. I didn't say it. I'm curious as well. Though I will also admit, I don't think I've ever been in a Lambo, so I don't really actually know how big they are. I just assume they're really cramped. You buy one, give it to your grandpa. All right. Yeah, insurance, but that still doesn't, I don't know, like, I would just have anxiety driving around. I would just get it. I would get a Tesla. Hate me for it. I would get a Tesla. But I guess in that scenario, It would be a full driving Tesla. I don't want to drive. I want my car to drive me. Or I'll buy a cheap car and hire a driver. There we go. Stock market's getting wrecked. It's a good segue into this totally planned, not just randomly pulling it up because someone said something segment. So NASDAQ, let's start with NASDAQ. NASDAQ hit our target finally, dude. This target was hopium a long time ago. Finally hit 12,169. We did get a little, what was it? It closed lower, gapped up pretty much above. Now back below. NASDAQ not looking so hot. Let's definitely add market cipher to this baby. Definitely add market cipher to this baby. What are we looking at? Yeah, it's kind of like a double bottom on money flow. Maybe slightly lower high. Still hasn't broken this kind of shouldery looking thing. You have a higher high in VWAP, lower low in VWAP. This is on the daily. We might have to zoom out. You did get 3 buy signals technically. Let's zoom out. Oh my. People talk so much crap on Bitcoin and stuff, and then, dude, you look at NASDAQ and it's like, it's down 30%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, looking at 7 red weekly candles, very familiar. Very familiar. If we look at our measured move, it would have suggested actually the exact bottom. Wow. No, good. I was going to say, that'd be so trolly if it was perfect. Off by a little bit on the 1618. Just by 30 points. It's like 1-2%. Not looking great, man. NASDAQ not looking great. Money flow is very, very ugly looking. Very ugly looking. What's interesting is if you look at the weekly for NASDAQ, there have only been a handful of times it's ever had negative money flow in the weekly. And that was in 2000, 2006, obviously 2008, 2009, not 2010, very briefly in 2016. And now, after a higher low, and now we're on the weeklies. This is very macro. Very macro. This is actually perfect. You had your negative money flow lows come up. You had your money flow highs come up. They apexed January 2018. Weird. They apexed with the crypto market. Then you had a lower high on your weekly swing into 2021, and now it's looking to roll over. We're looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something like 2000. That is brutal. You have 1, 2 lower lows. The only hope here on the weekly is your VWAP did come up, and hey, your VWAP just came up. That's it. I think it's looking to roll over. Might be the first negative money flow NASDAQ sees in what, 4-6 years. That's pretty wild. I do not think this looks good. I don't even know. Like, I have no idea where this will hold, where this will fall to, but we didn't close below yet on the weekly, but we broke 12,169. That was our downside target. Our next support or downside target we're looking for, 10,600. And basically, that's just the 618 retrace. So you could even, in theory, have a bounce. You could have a strong bounce from there. You could. But who knows, man? Who knows? You can come all the way back down to this trend line. You did it once, you did it twice, you did it 3 times. Maybe that's the 4th time. That would place it close to 7,000, 7,100. If you lose that, maybe you're looking all the way back. 4,850. That would be brutal. That'd be brutal. Old people wouldn't be able to retire. I don't want that. But fortunately and or unfortunately, I don't have any control over the market, so not my problem. I also don't own any stocks at this point in my life, which I don't recommend. You should not be all in crypto. Don't do that. It's silly. S&P 500 looking pretty similar. Let's see. $2,960 for that 618 retrace. I don't know. like this. I don't know. That's a long way to go. You have support still at 3,500 for the S&P 500. That's for the S&P 500, that's a pretty big drop still. 11%, that's not a lot to us. 11% will do that in a day. But for the S&P 500, for it being like kind of a rigged index, and when I say rigged, I mean it is only the most profitable, like best companies, and if any of these companies are no longer the most profitable or best whatever, they just take them out and replace them. So it's like the all-stars. It's like stock all-stars team. The all-stars team isn't really supposed to lose games. Definitely losing a game or two here. You had that inverse head and shoulders pattern kind of potential play out, and it just got sold into. You had resistance. You tested as support twice. You lost it. It became resistance. Couldn't hold it, and you rejected. Boom. Classic. Let's look at the 1618 actually on the S&P 500. Wonder where that's sitting at. Let's do it like that, and of course it's going to be very close to price. Right about there. That would have sniped this low. I don't know how confident I feel in it though, man. I still think 3,500 very possible, if not probable. Oh, what if this? So I guess because everyone's been so spooky in crypto, I'm going to be spooky about stocks. What if this? What if it came down to 1825 from 448? Oh my god. People would make very bad decisions. 62% downside. I hope not. Honestly, I want the world to be happy. The world's not going to be happy if that happens. So let's check back in on Bitcoin. Stocks having kind of like an equally crappy day. And we feel you. We feel you, stock boys. We feel you, man. You're minus 3.7%, which is actually a significant red day for the S&P 500. Minus 3.8%. If it closes. We feel you. We feel you. What are we at today for Bitcoin? Like minus like a million? Minus 4.5? Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at these longer time frames again. It is nice. We have the 4 hour, so our hourly, what about our 2? Our 2 hour, this is spicy actually. Here's some spice, guys. I just discovered a little bit of spice. There's our doji. I think we saw that on, was that on the 2 hour? And no, it wasn't on the 2 hour. I think it was on like the 4. No, the 3? What time frame was that on? I guess it had to have been the 2. Because I was talking about a doji right at support. Was like the only bullish thing. I guess it was the 2 hour. We did look at this. This was the only kind of bullish thing we had. Right at support, we had the reversal doji. We haven't broken a high, so we really don't have a reversal yet. But it's nice to see a little bit of green. A little bit of green. A little bit of potential waning momentum. A little bit of people hitting the likes and subscribe buttons. Maybe. And definitely is not pretty on the 2 hour yet. So it's the 1 hour closed there once, twice, right at support. It's not great though, because the more you test it, the weaker it becomes, but at least it didn't break at this point. You have the 1 hour closing there twice, the 2 hour closing there also twice actually, but right at the same level. The 3 hour closed there as well. The 4 hour closed there as well. The 6 hour closed there as well. Are you sensing a pattern? Are you sensing a pattern? Let's see, like 540. The 9 hour closed there. Who looks at the 9 hour? Certainly not I. The 8 hour, every single time frame. Is this real life? Look at this. Hourly. Look, we're just ready. We're gonna take a walk. Hourly, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. The 5 hour is the only one. That's wild, dude. 5 hours is a nice wick underneath it with an hour and a half to go. Anyway, going back on, 6 hour is right there. 7 hour, I guess 5 and 7. 5 and 7 are the only time frames that did not close there. The 8 hour did. What, 540? 9-hour did. The 10-hour did not. So we have the 5, the 7, and the 10-hour. Those are the only time frames that didn't close their candles right there at support. How freaky would it be if it did just move back down there and all those time frames close there? I don't even know what that would mean. It would be like the perfect alignment of stars, of gibberish. I honestly don't know what that means. Does that mean it's going to hold, or does that mean it's going to break? I typically don't like consolidation above support, though. Typically, I do side with downside on that. Don't love this. I do like that hourly did not bearish engulf, but it also looks like we're not going to bullish engulf, though there is enough time to on the hour. It's still kind of up in the air. That's weird. Your daily's closed there. If the daily closes there, I'll just lose my mind, man. I'll lose my goddamn mind. 12-hour really hasn't moved. We saw basically during this live stream this wick paint, and now it's like back to where we started. You can see the 12-hour had some closes right about here. 12-hour is just not looking super good. You can call this another double top on the 5 if you want. You can call it whatever you want. 5-minute did make a higher low on momentum, and money flow continues to roll over with a higher high on VWAP. We don't have a higher high on momentum yet, but the higher high on VWAP is promising. Maybe we can do this. Right there, of course. 28,941. Let's see. This is a possibility. Down to here. Back up. Maybe we just continue this tightening, this consolidation. I don't know. This has been a lot of sideways action, man. Soylent Greens. Soylent Green? 5-minute head and shoulder. No. You could have had a head and shoulder there, but you didn't reject through the neckline. But you do have potentially a neckline here now. If you do this. And then you could have an inverse head and shoulder. But that's, people read into head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders way too early. The minute they see a neckline or anything, they're like, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Nair. Actually, that's why we went long. That is why, literally why we went long back here, was because we had a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern. Right here. This is why we were long previously. And that long stayed open. Right here. Here's your neckline. No, it was lower. Here's your neckline. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your head. Here's your right shoulder. Here's your break of the neckline. Here's your back test of the neckline. This was the long. That was the long entry. We got a bullish engulfing candle afterwards, but the pattern didn't play out. Like, you could have gone long there and closed right away, but then you broke the pattern. But that was the textbook perfect. There was like almost never a better, more clear inverse head and shoulder in my entire days, all my days, every single day. Look at this, just beautiful. I wish it would have worked. I said that while it was like not playing out. I was like, man, I really wish this would have worked. Not really even because I care about like the money or something, like, but because it was such a perfect example. You just never get them. And the fact that it didn't work makes it not really a great teaching example. That's what we wanted. That's what we should have had according to the pattern. We should have a measured move. Oh, I can't get my lines right. There we go. We should have had a measured move. Up to here. Right back to this resistance. Or we could have, if we were feeling ballsier, we could have said our measured move was much higher, up to 33. But it didn't play out. Wampa womp. Wampa wampa. This has been very sideways. I think this is around when we started streaming. Like right around here. Yeah, we have not had much volatility. We've had a lot of volatility with our internet connection, not so much with price. We haven't filled anything. unfortunately. We did take some profit on our short just to catch people up. We did take some profit on our short. Our average on that short is 2,900. So we're still in the green. Here was our, here it is. Here was our take profit at 29,099. And you can see price pretty much is just dicking around there. It went a little lower, a little higher. Now it's just like right back there. Not a lot of opportunity here for our position, but we are looking, or I am looking. None of this is financial advice. I'm looking because we took 10 contracts off the table at 29,000. I'm going to look to add 2 of them back here at 29.5. It's not really a good level, but I just wanted to fill something in this stream. It didn't play out. And then 5 at pretty much our entry, and then a heavier, higher order at 30,400, hoping for that higher low sell-off. But right now, nothing's happening. Maybe it's about to. I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. Do I watch Eric Crown? I do not. But it's not anything against Eric Crown. I've only ever heard good things about Eric Crown. I just don't have, honestly, I don't have the time to watch other kind of content, to be honest, on YouTube. And there's also a conflict of interest there. It's like, if I watch someone else, how can I really be sure that my ideas are mine? Because I'll see, I see someone point something out, and then maybe down the line I notice it, but I only noticed it because they pointed it out. And it's like an ethical thing, I guess. If I am anything, I am ethical. That's about it. NASDAQ just filled a gap. Probably on his way back down then, baby. Oh yeah, it did. So maybe we get a bounce. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to see anything bounce. Yeah, that's a beautiful gap fill. There's probably a play there. I wonder if there's a play here just to fill that gap above it. I just think gaps are so friggin' silly, man. Let's see if there's a risk to reward here that makes sense. 2.24. It's a little stingy for me. A little stingy. I don't like 2.24 or 2.2. Where's this low? So it's like, all right, we won't get a lower low before we fill the other gap. 2.2, 4% up, 4.7% upside, 2.1% downside. Could be worse. I don't like going long though on. I don't like going long on stocks, man. I don't believe in stocks. Yeah, we'll see if that plays out. Good eye though. It did just literally fill. Burn the shorts, typical market. That's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. It is amazingly consistent how often just everyone is wrong when it comes to markets. So basically the logic here is, all right, you just filled a gap. So there is a gap above you. And the logic here is, I bet it will fill this gap before it breaks this low. You have a 2.2 risk to reward, meaning you have to win this trade. I don't know the math on that. If it was a 2-to-1 risk reward, then it would be, you have to win 2 for every 1 loss. So you need more than, what, 66% win rate? Something like that. With this, it's going to be a little bit lower. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going long on stonks, even though that's probably a good trade. Let's be real. It's probably a good trade. Not financial advice. So scams work. I've only ever heard good things about Eric Crown, man. Fun fact, when I started streaming, people like thought I was him, maybe. Like thought maybe I was him. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean Eric? People were like, is Eric your brother? And I was like, I don't know who Eric is. I don't have a brother. Eric Crown is awesome. They go like attack. I'll say it. I've only ever heard good things. So 340, 360 votes. 56% of us say that CME gaps are relevant. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think they're super relevant, personally, but that's just my own opinion. Not only do we encourage, You'd have your own opinion here. It's required. I like this setup. We got skunked on it last time, but I do like this setup. You do have a neckline. This is on the 5 minutes, so don't go crazy. You do have a neckline. You haven't broken that neckline again. So what we need to see is another 29,130-ish test. You can see that price is even kind of finding resistance there. But what we would need to see is a break, some kind of move. It could be just to 29,183, a back test of the neckline, and then a move, then a measured move. And that would give us a beautiful inverse head and shoulders right here. It'd be beautiful. This is a funky pattern. Bitcoin's like, nah, dude. Nah. Air Crown called the drop to a T. Which one, brother? Which one? Which drop? I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch anyone's content. I wouldn't know who did or didn't call it. There we go. We broke it. So now we actually have the potential of an inverse head and shoulder setup. So what we need to see is, let's move the neckline up. Let's move the neckline up to here because it looks prettier. What we need to see is this neckline act as support. So now we've broken it. We can move up. It can go higher than 29.1, but let's just use it because it's right here. Then we need to see it move back down to 29.1, hold a support and break 29.180. And then we have a 1 minute inverse head and shoulders pattern play out. And we can look for this modest measured move, which won't get us very far. 29.240. Or I like this better because I like to aim big, baby. Still not very big. That's what you get for looking at a 1 minute inverse head and shoulders pattern. Then you would expect a measured move 29.3. Still wouldn't fill any of our orders, even if all this played out. And that is contingent on that acting as support, bouncing before it breaks its shoulder. So this is what we would look at. Ew, a 2-to-1. I don't like that. I don't like this at all. This is not a good trade. 2-to-1. Whatever. There we go. That's how we would, in theory, not financial advice. That is how we would, in theory, trade said inverse head and shoulders. In theory. I'm not going to take that trade. Not after last time that we got skunked. Infinity Arcada Manager. He's a manager, apparently. Thanks for subscribing, my brother. Raja Subramanian. I did my best. Thanks for subscribing. Ryan Q. Matic Quick. Adam Tolosko. Tahan Nan. Robert Willington. Very regal name, Robert Willington. Sounds like a revolutionary. Adam Asboth. Andre Stefan. Sorry for missing you guys. Thanks for subscribing. If anyone else is out there hasn't subscribed, just smash the like button. We've got a nice little crew watching this really kind of sideways price action play out, but it's still a good crew. Join us. Pop onto the Discord, hit that like and subscribes. The tribalism on crypto YouTube is so cringe. Agreed. It's not YouTube though, man. For whatever reason, crypto people, the like less than 1% of the population globally, has decided to be super tribal. Don't know why. Super tribalism. It's like, dudes, 99% of the world just makes up crap about what we do. Talk shit on it. They're all our enemy in that sense. Like we don't need to be each other's enemy. That's how I feel. Doesn't mean you have to support every crypto project, but it's like if you don't like it, just I don't know, just move on. Just there's a lot of them you're not gonna like. Just ignore it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to invest in things you don't believe in. In fact, you shouldn't invest in things you don't believe in my opinion. Well, it looks like we might have disconnected for a second. No, maybe not. It's been over an hour since our last disconnect. Right on. But that means we've been streaming for a long time. Long time. We have almost 600 likes. I wonder if we get 690 likes, because that's just 69 with a 0 on it. What do you think? We've been live for like 2 hours. I'm probably reaching the end. Probably reaching the end of my energy. I would like to see maybe this play out, though. That'd be cool. What? You don't have to buy, Jesse. I know. What? What? That's crazy, yo. DJI is down. We actually didn't look at DJI. We have a kind of scalpy on the NASDAQ. Let's see. Do I have a DJ? A Dow? I haven't looked at the Dow in forever. Wow, Dow is just the worst. Dow is really the worst of the worst, isn't it? Everything's down today, but the Dow is really down. What's weird to me is Dow and SPY have the same pattern. Actually, they're a little different, but they have a more similar pattern than, say, the NASDAQ. I don't know enough about stocks to tell you why. But it's like pretty obvious. Like NASDAQ, you have kind of this trend line that you've tested like 3 times. And you have this big run up. Now you have this fall down, maybe head and shoulders pattern. Maybe you fall back down to that trend line, right? Ooh, Bitcoin, I just got a trading view alert. Should probably go back. But real quick, different pattern. This is a different pattern. You look at S&P or Dow Jones, they have this like broadening wedge thing where they've hit a high, a low, a higher high, a lower low, a higher high, a lower low, and then they broke. It's weird to me that Dow Jones has this. You can see that on the S&P here. But then it's just not there. It's just not there on the NASDAQ. I don't know. Don't know. We had a nice little wick. That alert went off really for no significant change in price. By the time I looked at it, it was already back down. Womp. Shalom's saying China's opening up and they're going to be massively shorting. Prepare for massive short edges. Maybe not shorting, but short edges. Shalom has been here, I don't even know, man, since the channel started. Well, that's awesome for Crown Crypto, my friend. Like I said, only ever heard good things about him. We are flipping right now. Crypto up. Dow flat. And Dow didn't even break last week's low yet. I'm not going to get excited quite yet. Quite yet. It's got a lot of room down. 22% till you're even back to kind of this gap / consolidation support. And you got, man, 37% till you're back down here at the golden retrace. I was doing some spooky earlier. Let's get it. There we go. Wouldn't this be something? What if we saw this broadening pattern continue, right? How weird and scary would this be? It's like boom. I'm not sure the world's ready. You saw that back here, but you've already kind of had more tests than that. Yeah, Dow, honestly, until it breaks 28.5, it's not really that much. I really don't see it that in danger, because we've even seen something like this before where it does kind of nothing and then moves up. I don't know. Bitcoin, you're being boring. We got 500 people watching. We've got 600 likes. We've got some subscribers. What's up, Martin? Thanks for subscribing. ERX Exile. You guys are the boss. Don't forget to join the Discord. We do airdrops live after the stream. Just waiting for this crap to play out. All you have to do is hit the verify once you're in there. It's just the green checkmark emoji. Should just play this hourly range. To get them, let me see. We're trading on Phemex, our sponsor for the channel. Check them out. They're doing like an extra special deposit dazzle. I don't know. Their normal bonus deposit is increased, and I think the highest bonus you can get now for a new account first deposit is $4,500. I'm not sure how much you have to deposit to get that. You can see that on their site. But sign up using my link. It helps the stream out. Makes us look like we're worth the money for their sponsorship. They're calling it Phemex Deposit Dazzle. Deposit up to 4. Just deposit such BTC or USDT, and you will get rewarded with up to $4,500 in bonus in BTC and USD. I don't have the details on that. You'll have to look it up on their site. Also, we have a second sponsor. We have 2 sponsors. Market Cipher. You guys see me using it every day here. This indicator, it is premium. I have used it long before they sponsored us. I believe it is a great product for any serious trader. Check it out. You can use my link and the promo code CROWN for 15% off. So I just like to shout them out. Looks like our little inverse head and shoulders is being lame. I did say I wouldn't take this because I'm short. We're short. We're not long right now. But yeah, make sure you're in the Discord, like and subscribe. You know, check out the sponsors. Follow me on Twitter. I guess we could say that. Follow me on Twitter and do that at all today. You can also check out the podcast I'm part of, Our Cryptocurrency. It's the official podcast of the subreddit. And I think, brothers and sisters, this is boring. I'm kind of tired. You guys rock for being here. We'll be live again tomorrow, trading, hopefully a little more exciting. We've just been range bound. And you know how it goes. The minute I hit end stream is when it will move. So you're welcome in advance for ending the stream so that our positions can get filled. I'll catch you guys soon. I love you all. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and liked today. You're all amazing. You matter. You make a difference. Watch out for the move. Catch you soon. Crown out.